What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas of May. Looking cute. Looking clean. Looking. See? And you know, it's Keep It 99 Live Review, the Marvel Edition. And you know, we got, of course, at the top right, we have the one, the only, the legendary man himself. It's nobody better. From Indiana, Uniqo Williams. Bet. And up top left, we have the one and only legendary man himself. Scumbag extraordinaire. Marvel, Miss Marvel hater, usually. And of course, you know, it's me laughing. And of course, we got another episode of Miss Marvel, episode 3, called Destined. We about to. I gotta go open up my notes. How do y'all feel about the episode before we get into the synopsis? He wa- he watched those first two, Joe. You gotta be honest. The first episode and a half is kind of real. It got a little better at the end, though. To against. the way, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, all that stuff. Yeah, all that. All that. We ain't on Spotify and all that, so we don't have to worry about it. But at the same time, I do want to. Yeah, do that. So we do Just a Fan and Keep It 99 and all that stuff on Spotify too. We're Just a Fan, man. Okay. But episode 3, Destiny, Kamala Khan has to fight fear along with her brother as they have to fight to begin their journey of their lives. That's basically what the episode was. That's my little small synopsis, even though I wrote it wrong because it was wrong when I wrote it. There it goes. Oh, that's just what I. Yeah. Yes, we had to go back to the 90s. When this show was not. It was obviously 1942. They were in Indiana, and my camera loved going out of focus, but we're back. In 1942, we see a Kree, which gives me a lot of hope that it's still the Inhumans, because I don't know why you would put the Kree in. But she took the Bengal literally off of Kree. So I'm like, Um, we also see Aisha and Najma back in the 1942. I'm like, y'all are, well, specifically in this show, Najma, who is, no, that's the older lady that's in the episode that looks amazing for being like 30 in 1942. Like, you look incredible, but they explained that too. You talking about the friend? Oh, I thought you was. I was like, I don't know who that character is. The whole goal of the show, like, who's the finest? Shout out to Joe for always giving us to who got the best fits, who looks incredible. Shout out to Coco Jones for winning Joe over. I'm so used to looking at my camera. I'm looking at my camera when I'm using the webcam. Completely one. We found out what their powers is called allegedly. Nor. It's called Nor, and Najma tells that they are clandestine. If you don't know what a clandestine is, it's jinn from usually from Persia. They're jinn, and they have to get home, which makes it interesting because she's like, you have to get us home, and she's like, you ain't including your grandma, not included, even though we don't know where she is. But yeah, you got to use your power to get us home, and he finds out. Where we see Adam though, Tor. Which is, by the way, if you don't know, that's an X-Men villains most of the time. He and Wolverine go at it. Then we see Adam Tor. Yep. Captain Marvel 2. Um, uh, again, they said they're Jin, aka clandestines. I had a feeling when I was watching the show that these people are not good people. Like they are too happy go lucky, and they look too much of a. They look well, except for the twins, they good guys, but other than that, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly throughout the whole. Well, they do got like the Middle Eastern parent because he's like the bald dude like to use a belt. What you mean? What you mean? So he's not swinging a belt around. These agents, I noted in my notes, these agents are annoying and they just go to the mosque and they be like, "You gonna do what we want?" And shout out to the friend, shout out to shout out to Naki, who we found out is a new board member, and she basically told them straight up, she was like, "Listen, you can't just come in here as a board member, prospective board member at the time, but we found out like 10 minutes later she was a board member. So you can't just come in here without a warrant, and but it'll be best in your best interest." Shout out to the priest, who I feel like know what's going on too. He was like, "Nah, she right. You ain't just be running up in here because you see a Muslim superhero because I ain't see you do Spider Man like this. You let him out of jail after they accused him of a whole crime." Joe, they accused him of murdering a superhero, and they're like, "Well, you can get out because they said you good." And she like, "Oh, this girl who did nothing wrong, gotta arrest her." Shout, shout out to Bruno, he a good friend. Shout out to Tori, he'll be back in shortly. Maybe. Yeah, Nakia, shout out to Nakia. She made good jeans. Don't say do something else. Uh, by the way, as Tori stated in the beginning of the episode, this show doesn't seem like a superhero show. It's about like it's like a family that I'm invested in now. Like I told Joe last week, I don't like even care about the superhero stuff. I feel like they're just in the way. And like, hey, I want to see how she mends stuff with her family, how they react, how they influence. I got to see this amazing wedding that she ruined. Like I said on my notes, these characters are really good. I like Nakia. You see her as a woman trying to be on the board of a religion that's kind of different, but from the old religion of Muslim and how like we doing modernizing women's rights and all that. But she feeling that pressure at the same time, and then you got these people coming in, and she feeling the weight now of everything she wanted to do, and her friend seems a little distant, but she's there for her at the same. I love how Bruno, his character arc, how he is literally that friend who is stuck in the friend zone, but he. I think, hey, I think he accepting that he a friend now. So he like, hey, listen, I'm gonna support you, but I'm moving. I gotta go to Cali, you know. He was hesitant last episode. He was hesitant last episode, like, yo, I gotta be here for Kamala. He like, yo, I'm gonna be here for you, but I gotta dip. Same time. But Tori, this is a teenager show. Well, then you go watch Euphoria. This is Disney, not Euphoria, Tori. Yo, but and then shout out to Bruno for telling her, yo, listen, it will require the power of the sun and everything go boom. In which she tells Cameron that, hey, listen, my friend said if to do this, things gonna blow up. But it's a chance. Things might blow up. He was like, hey, listen, don't worry about it, it's dangerous, but being a good potential boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? The dude that's in the phone, that's always that you can call, that's always like your backup. Miles Morales, just like the comic book. And Nova, young Nova. Um, now his Miles Morales, his lineup ain't. Uh, but I also love the mom. I feel like her mom is like the most realistic mom we done had in Marvel. Like she's like, no, you can't do this, but at the same time, she's like, I don't want you doing this specific thing dealing with superhero, but everything else she's supportive in. Like, hey, listen, you can accomplish all your goals, you can do everything. Hey, but all this fantasy stuff that your grandma and them did that ruined my life when I was trying to get to America, what she brung up by the way, which is an amazing story. Hey, listen, we were broke. I couldn't speak English. We came over here thinking this is a dream. Like, oh my God, we're gonna be in America. Life's gonna be better. And then I realized I don't speak English and nobody understands me, and I'm just trapped in here with these people that's way different. What? Yo, I had a Muslim experience since woke. It is fair, but at the same time, it's not really woke. Like woke is just throwing it in there for the sake of throwing. That's literally the story, so you can't like deny the story of the story unless you just go superhero and punch. Like, no, Iron Man got to go through a story of him being depressed as a rich white man, but you got to tell the story. So, um, well, technically they aren't technically. I'm saying. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm like, that's realistic. It's very real. Hey, we got to be honest in the word. Keep it 99 out here.
to believe in.
Just let
Shout out to Championship Rounds. How you doing, my guy?
What up, bruh? Hey, let Sharia law back in to America, the fabric of America.
Dang.
Let Sharia law back.
Is that how you're feeling, Joe? Joe, is there a machete somewhere around you?
No, I just really feel like.
Can you hear them better now? Low.
Who's off?
How you back? They said I fixed it. Okay, shout out to Championship.
Thanks, Championship Rounds. That's my boy Marcel, man. He's a good guy.
Good looking.
Hey, man, let Sharia law back into America and back into our schools. And hold on, what else? Oh, and Denny's.
Yeah.
But
we got again, she told an amazing story about how she overcame it. We talked about the father talked to the brother, gave a great speech, and he's marrying. Do you love Taisha Hillman?
Oh, we found they answered that question that we were asking. Was she like straight up Muslim? Did she grow up that way? But we saw her parents. Her parents are very Americanized African American people. So
and she probably converted.
She converted. Now we don't know if it's because she met the man of her dreams and had to switch over. We don't know none of that. But he got $729.49 in his account. We do know that.
Shout out to the Locker Room Talk that went out.
That's enough to convert me to any religion.
Shout out to Locker Room Talk.
Hey, listen, I'm broke, but I listen. Oh man said it. I've been crying ever since. Hey, bro, what you gonna do? Broke, but guess what you do? Listen.
Did he get paid? I feel like when he said what's in his checking account, I kind of feel like they got married on a Friday. So we know that they got married on the day he gets paid. That's what I would do. I would get married on the weekend or the day that I get paid, man. I would.
I don't know. Cause then you want your whole paycheck because you're gonna hand it all on the wedding. I'd rather get married during the week and then count on the presents from everybody else.
Did you see him holding the money outside of the thing when everybody left out? He was just holding money in his hands.
I did.
That's great storytelling right there. Keep it honest, hey, bro. This is my label.
I was gonna say he got the bag. If you get the bag, you can get the broad.
So she's getting a hang of her powers and learning she can punch people.
Najma says she is not going to ask no more.
She's getting the hang of the big thing.
Yeah, Najma. We're gonna get in that. Najma said she's not gonna ask no more and basically ruined the wedding. They were getting lit in there, they were partying. We seen Bruno dance a little bit out of sync. Like great realism.
I was gonna say it's so slice of life-ish, it's crazy to me.
We always get a dance number every episode. That's one thing we can confirm we getting.
Confirm.
Yeah. I got some
somebody gonna hit a two-step.
I got to. Did Aisha really run away because she saw what they were doing and like, yo, I can't be part of this, and then she took her family and just got out of there? Because she did leave after she got the thing in the flashback we saw. She was like, we didn't get no more. So the wedding was very diverse. We had
very diverse.
We had Taisha parents.
Yeah.
We had Bruno family there and people chilling. It was like, and it looked like a fun time. I was like, yo,
yeah,
lit.
Yeah, there was black people that was that looks like to be groomsmen. There's a brother in there. He was at the end of the road, but
she is out here. Aisha. By the way, did y'all see the sister in the back when dude punched dude and she's like, get out of here, y'all about to be attacked, and she was like, and the dude punched like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh. I was gonna say, yeah, but
she walked off too. She's like, oh no.
Y'all know that y'all got some of y'all in that kitchen got blipped away. Y'all do know that, right? Do y'all remember man, when somebody come in here and say everybody get out of here, you probably should. Like, it's confirmed. There's superhero, supervillain activity. Matter of fact, it's not even supervillain activity. Everybody's anti-hero. There's no such thing as a villain in MCU right now. It's only anti-heroes.
By the way, Doctor Strange, we did see
bunch of fence sitters.
We watching Doctor Strange and they just watched this giant alien eye thing just go up the thing and they just like, huh? I'm like, they got probably desensitized. Oh yeah, this part of everyday life.
He desensitized
They're
like
like-
1940s Superman
Yeah.
comics.
Bro, they just
Very
looking like this.
desensitized to the craziness.
They just watching this man throwing buildings at this giant eye monster, and they just look like. We saw in Black Panther. Monte still mad about that. The fact they saw two giants fighting, and everybody just like, okay, it's normal now. We just
Yeah.
saw a giant. We just
No, nobody was amazed or in awe.
We saw a giant purple man beat up the Hulk and then disintegrate half the universe. We like, okay, yeah,
Like-
it don't get worse than this, dog. We cool.
Oh, they got a celestial.
Yeah,
just
once
showing up.
once you make it through the snap, everything else is just par for the course.
At this point, because people were still sitting there because Doctor Strange got. Come on, they heard the commotion outside.
Oh,
He got thrown. He got thrown through a diner, and everybody was still sitting in there.
Well, it's like we talked about with Moon Knight. How did nobody notice these giant gods in Egypt smacking each other around?
We talked about that. We know that happened in a different realm, a different plane. That people can't.
Yes.
By the way, shout out Doctor Strange. This on Disney Plus, and that's still like
Already?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It came out yesterday.
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, they're getting to it quick.
They supposed to be extended version coming out later this year, September something. Yeah, I'm still to me today that Doctor
Is it
Strange
gonna hit theaters?
No, it's not gonna hit theaters. Doctor Strange put the cup.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, damn, everybody making that second theatrical run grab.
He put you see how casual when the eye monster came, the Doctor Strange just put the wine on the cup, like thank you, and put the cup on, just dipped out.
Yeah.
Like that's society now. We used to.
I was gonna say just out the window.
Just casually doing it.
After I watch Obi-Wan tonight, we will be watching Morbius.
Don't do yourself.
I'm doing it tonight. What's today? Wednesday?
It might already be on Netflix. Okay. It was a
no,
decent.
we're still in it. I almost stole Dragon Ball Super last night, but I couldn't bring myself to do it.
We had a decent fighting.
You didn't watch it?
Couldn't do it.
We did have a decent fighting scene. It was some of it was off. It wasn't great, but I like the fact that she's still inexperienced with her powers and she don't know how to use them quite right yet. It still make me feel really.
I'm not crazy about the CGI for her powers, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm thinking they don't. The reason I think it's like that is because I think it's gonna change to her original power, and I had doubts. But after this episode, at the end, they keep having these paintings of her original comic book power on the walls, and I'm like,
yeah,
why would you show that if that's not gonna be your power? But I'm like, okay.
Well, do you think they're scared to pull the trigger because they want to do Fantastic Four and they just don't want to have two stretchy people?
Technically, her power is stretching. It's just stretching with an aura. Like she just throw the.
Yeah, but stretching.
It's
stretching is stretching.
But it would be with so close to Fantastic Four. I can see why they wouldn't. But like I said, she does do the same big hand punch just with the aura, which again leads me to the question we're gonna talk about. But we gotta get through with this. The Dum Dum Department comes in. That's their new name for me, and arrested all of Naja's people very easily. By the way,
because of course
they got smoked.
They ran in there and smoked everybody like a blunt.
And then somehow Kamala just walks out the back door, and I'm like, so nobody's gonna see the back door.
I was gonna say no one tried to stop her. She literally just slipped out the back.
I'm like, wouldn't that be the first place I look as a detective to see if somebody's running away? Like, we don't have nobody back there. We need to see if somebody running, and they just like, oh, we got all of them. We got a woman. Then she took off. That's literally what they said. But they the Dum Dum Department, so of course they doing it.
Yeah. Some titles are earned and not given, man.
So the Dum Dum Department, of course.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna do that. And Nani, we end the episode with her running away. Her friend. I just said her name. A friend basically sees her powers and and got upset about it. Like, why you didn't tell me? Which I'm like, you kind of dissed her.
Even though, didn't she try to tell her in an earlier episode?
No, earlier today.
Yeah.
She tried to tell her.
She kind of dissed her too. He kind of dissed her, so you're like, it's all this woman's fault for making my life hard, and she's like, I don't want. Doris might be attacked by a cat in a minute. Shout out to this.
Yeah, I was going to say she might fuck me up on camera.
Also, Nani called and said, "You see the train, baby? You see, you got to come."
Yeah, and as me and you talked about, does that mean that her mom saw the train too and just didn't say nothing?
I believe her mom 100% saw because she was like, she kept asking, like, what you were doing? Tell me what you were doing. Something.
Episode 4 sounds like a reveal episode. I mean, since we're getting into it, I think episode 4 is a good reveal. It's giving reveal.
And she said, "Take him."
Because it's only 6 episodes, right? So this is the halfway mark.
I think it's 6. Somebody said it might was 8, but.
And that's where we're at with Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's 6 episodes. It gets better. 3.5 episodes in. Boom. We're out here. Jedi shit.
I do. Oh, it is. How many episodes? It's 6.
So I mean, this gotta be this next episode's gotta be heavy, and it's just Moon Knight was 6 too.
Yeah, it's gotta turn it up for these last few episodes.
All of them 6 except one division. Shout out to Monterey.
Yeah. So with that being said, so with that being said, 100%, and this next episode 4 is gonna be crazy. I believe we're gonna learn everything we need to learn. Period.
It's still we could be Inhumans, Joe.
Yes, we're holding on to the Inhuman hopes.
You know how many Disney Plus series you're gonna get off of Inhumans because they're not going to big screen. But
you're gonna get Black Bolt, Medusa,
yeah,
the dude who can see people's weak points.
It's gonna be some pretty good series that'll probably come out at some point, but I don't think it's going. Inhumans is good. I just don't know if they're big screen because like we stretched it with the Eternals, right? Like that was a stretch to put them on the big screen.
But there's a lot more. There's a lot more stories for Inhumans than Eternals, though. They got a longer history.
I mean, I can give you that. I just feel like if I'm Disney, let me stretch that out into a series opposed to a movie.
Kind of should have been a series.
Yeah, I believe everyone agrees with that sentiment 100%.
Most definitely.
It's way too much. And then you just told Icarus just go to the sun and be done with the Eternals when there's so much more to tell in regards to the story that you could tell about Icarus, but it is what it is. But yeah, man. Yeah. Kamala, we getting into it now. So it is what it is. We're into
finally starting to pick up speed.
We're picking up some good speed.
Andre, how you doing today?
I'm straight. I thought I would take a nap today, but you know what? I got sucked into Miss Marvel. So,
5:40 p.m.
What's your thoughts on Miss Marvel? Well, we got a few more.
Well, let's see. The thoughts I have for Miss Marvel. So far, I like it. They're playing with the entire quirkiness vibe that she is a young girl stepping into all this for the first time. So she's making mistakes, stumbling and everything. So they're making it more realistic. I don't generally have a problem. I've never had a problem with her powers being different from the original run of it because they wanted to make her a bit more different than just a stretchy person, like Tori said. This is exactly what she wanted to do. And it's not even out of the ballpark that she could become that stretchy person at the end of this because it's a very likely possibility that she could have some of her powers taken from her. And all she would have would just be the stretchy part of it left. It's not out of the ballpark, just to throw that out there. But otherwise, where we at now, I don't like the Department of Damage Control. I'm just gonna say that now. I don't like
division.
I don't like
the dumb department.
I don't like them. I don't like their system. I don't like their organization being a part of this because they just like at this point I got so many organizations in Marvel to try to keep up with. I got the Time Organization, I got Sword and Shield, my Sword, and then I have Sword, I have them, I have the Underground in Madripoor with friggin' Sharon that she's over. I have so many organizations, not to mention the one that was just done in Shang-Chi, and now I got the friggin' stupid one that's in the
and we could have the Nova Corps,
the Damage Control Division. I have them now, so I'm like, bro, there's too many organizations. They don't even seem interesting. They just got this woman who's basically an a-hole to everybody, she I don't even get that big of a vibe from her. Like, I guess I've seen it so much. So
yeah, you've seen Samuel L. Jackson do it every movie.
I'm like, okay, I'm tired of all these people. I'm over this big division. I run stuff, and then I get kicked out of a mosque. So I'm like, you know what? But it's cool. I like the addition of the Jinn. I knew it had to be some mystic, some powers into this some kind of way. but it makes it a bit more like relatable, understandable. Because now when episode 4 comes, I like the way the story is going. Because you generally don't know where is this gonna go. You don't know if she's gonna end up helping the Jinn, if the Jinn are gonna screw her over again, if they're gonna end up getting killed, if the damage control people, if they're gonna be part of some bigger organization, if she gonna keep her powers, if she gonna help tell her parents. I can't even lie to you, bro. I'd have told my mom. I'm just at that point.
I don't get that trope.
My mom.
Can I say
Niggas never tell their parents that they got powers.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Thing black people doing.
Yeah.
Mom, look what I can do.
No, like
Especially
it's
16.
not that. It's the simple fact of at this point in the story, it's literally too much for her to handle on her own.
Yes.
So to me, the one person who didn't want to tell me everything, but you finna have to tell me now, is gonna be my mama. So I'm sorry, like I don't went to grandma and everything.
Yeah.
Mama gonna have to know eventually anyway, because how free she finna get to Karuchi or whatever?
But
she finna drive?
No. Grandma told her to bring
her boy, her crush, she finna drive her there? No. So and she ain't number 16. So how she gonna get there? Her mama gonna have to take her. Therefore, you finna have to tell her anyway. So you might as well just got out the bean anyway.
She don't even got a driver's license. That's the worst part about it. Who is going to take?
She has to tell her parents.
How are you gonna get to?
Like she literally won't have a choice because now the damage control people know who all is at this party, so they done narrowed it down so much to your family. You don't have a choice. So to me, I would have told her. Like it might be.
Yeah, there's no way around it now.
But I would have just told her. I'm like, look, okay, literally this has gotten too much. My best friend that got hurt,
I got a big.
I already see that now. But my best friend that got hurt, my other best friend upset at me for not telling her that, I'm the one they've been looking for or whatever. And now they finna zero in our family. I'm like, bro, like you ain't finna have no choice. The night finna be like, hey, grandma said we gotta come to Karuchi. Why? She saw a vision and I saw a vision. Excuse me? Like, you literally ain't finna have a choice. Like, so you finna have to tell them anyway. So you might as well tell your mama. Like, okay, mom, let's go ahead and keep the bean with you because this finna get ugly. So I would have told
it's about to get crazy, and I'd rather you know than not know.
Yeah, because this finna get ugly. So like, and her mama probably knows so much information and stuff that she just don't want to tell her that it probably would have helped her way more in the long run had you told her now rather than her find out from your grandma later, and your grandma seemed crazy anyway. So this already finna get ugly. So somehow she finna get the proof, and they finna talk about this vision or this train and all this other kind of stuff and what these visions mean. Since these visions seem to be caused by people, they're not just random visions. Like, the Jin girl or whatever, she was in that first vision right outside the building that almost killed the poor boy. So these visions are being caused by people. They're not just freaking random. All we know, her grandmama's alive. I mean, her great grandmother is. I think she's alive. I'm gonna keep being. Her great grandmama
didn't grow old. She shouldn't have grown old.
No, her great grandma is probably alive because her mama talked about her in like third person as if she's still alive. She's like, "Oh, your mama didn't come to your wedding." Yeah. We're like, she ain't come to my wedding, so she ain't come to my son's wedding. Her mama ain't talking about it like she did. Her mama talking about it like she knows she alive and she ain't speaking to her. So I think her mama alive. Like I just think she alive because not only that, the bracelet is mysteriously came off her hand and in her mama's clutches. I might be wrong. I think her mama alive. The great grandmother's the right thing. I think her great grandmama alive, and they're just keeping her secret, or like she just in hiding or whatever. Because even the evil lady that told her about her mom was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm not gonna help people that betray me." What? So now we betraying you because we don't want to help you get home? Like that's like something about this story, something about that little story. We just want to get home. All that crap fishy. Like I ain't no fool, bro. Something a little fishy about all this. So I think her mama alive, and her great grandmother is alive. And for all we know, her great grandmama, why they got it exiled or found out some shady crap going on, was like, you know what, y'all don't need this bracelet, so I'm finna send this mug through my family and I'm finna go into hiding. Because the evil lady, I'm calling her evil, though she might not really be evil, but the evil lady was like, oh, we didn't even know that she had family until you popped up with this bracelet, which means they didn't know nothing else about her. And if this is your best friend or whatever, y'all looking for this bracelet together, how's she not gonna come back and find y'all? Like, so they didn't know nothing about her for 100 years until they saw that bracelet used in action. So I'm gonna strike y'all a little bit funny about that. Like that struck me. I'm just like, oh, okay. Somebody
that doesn't track.
The back, bro. Like they didn't just leave, the Pakistani area. They didn't just leave for that. Oh no, I ain't no fool. So I'm a little bit fishy about all that. I followed a whole bunch of stars back to my dad. Oh, okay. You know what that was? Because somehow mama was able to have children. Like somehow great grandmama had child, right? And they had child and then mama disappeared. Child got here some kind of way. Like some in this story ain't adding up when it comes to this backstory. This past, some ain't adding up. So I'm calling.
Yeah,
BS.
there's
I'm calling
definitely
BS.
some dots that need connected.
I'm calling BS. I think her great grandmama is alive and is in hiding. I'm calling BS, bro. I'm calling it now.
I'm gonna agree, but can I ask the panel something real quick? When Cameron came in there and said that they're going to kill everybody, I'm sorry, I'm not convinced that Pootie Tang, sister girl with karate moves, was going to be able to take over that whole wedding like that. I'm sorry, I didn't see anything that indicated that they was going to kill her whole.
It just sort of feel like they could get passed out by the guests.
I feel like if it went in a concerted effort, they could unarm Belt Boy and sister girl.
Yeah, it's like we taking.
I mean, they're in New Jersey, so we just need to get the New Jersey Police Department on this. We're gonna get on her ass.
She did beat that one dude down to like she punched him.
Somebody call Red Man. He'll handle it.
Like, why did you punch him so many times?
I'm just saying, I'm not that threatened by them if I'm in a room full of a wedding. I'm sorry.
To response to your call, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I got two things. One of them dudes did punch the ground and the ground cracked. So like they ain't sure stop.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't with the hammer. Two, everybody in this call saw that dance scene. They ain't the most rhythmic people.
Bruno,
so you can take the band together and be able to take out the boy, buddy who can punch and crack the ground. And I'm sorry, I ain't buying that. I think they would have cleared that room. Like half of them would have tripped over themselves. The women would have fled. They'd have went crazy. Nah, bro, I'm sorry. One punch into somebody against the wall, they all would have went crazy.
Joe, are you saying Amir is gonna win, Joe? Amir.
I'm saying this. I'm saying the Celestines was not gonna get out that room alive. That's what
I'm thinking they wiped the room, bro. I'm not even keeping.
Amir wait $785, dog. You think he got
because what is Miss Marvel actually doing to show that she could hold her own against? I mean, obviously they showed her hold her own. I get that, but I'm just saying she's how's
she gonna consistently win?
But see, that's the thing about it. They modeling it as she's not a superhero yet. She is finding her way in this mess. Like she ain't even going out and just randomly saving people or anything like a superhero. She's like, I happen to have power.
Because they did the little domino mask moment too.
Bruh, so. Taisha, her family got more fighting experience, I'm sure, than Miss Marvel.
That's the
just saying. And they was there. They was there.
She ain't with this. Like, she ain't with this kind of sauce. Like she ain't with this kind of sauce, bro. Like she's an introvert in school, bro. She don't even get in any kind of altercation verbally. Like she ain't about that life. So it took her now to just be able to like it took Bruno getting chucked against the wall with a chair for her to actually make a fist to attack people. Like she's not about that kind of sauce. So they playing that whole way like she is new to this.
Yeah, that's true. She doesn't seem to be with the smoke.
Offensive person like freaking Kate Bishop that's been fighting and playing with archery and close range combat all her life. Shotty done grew up in a school daydreaming about Captain Marvel. She ain't for this life, and they modeling it after that. Like she ain't about this life. That's not what she is. And it's okay. So now she got to learn how to deal with all this kind of mess. You know, the freaking lame squad of the damage control. Her family that's not trusting her and all that kind of stuff, holding back secrets. Her friends, you know, possibly going out to California and doing other stuff. And then, you know, her school life and all. She got about she doing all this all at once. That's what they're going for, and I understand that, and they're selling it for me. I'm cool with it.
Well, they might
disease control people. They just I'm calling them whatever comes to mind at this point. I don't like them.
They might clear the room. This is all I got. This is my last thing to say. They might clear the room, but I don't think they're clearing the Hiltons, bro.
There we go.
Uncle Tyrell, Tyrone, Uncle Tip.
They might not clear the Hilton. You know, Hilton might have a couple of pieces held back up. But, yeah.
By the way, to Monte's point, I do hate that trope that everybody feels like, oh, I can't tell my family because they'll be in danger. I'm like, bro, I'd rather you tell me why is somebody coming to attack me
all the time.
But to be fair,
once a week, literally.
Her parents ain't never seen the damage control group. They've never seen them. Like when they went up in there, they just mistook them for policemen and stuff. They had never seen them. So to be fair, her parents don't know about them. But her parents know about. I ain't gonna say her parents. Her mother knows about the freaking bracelet. Like, screw all that. Her mother knows the bracelet. I'm like, man, mom, you and me gonna have to talk. We ain't even gotta talk for all of them. You come to my room, we finna have this discussion because you finna tell me about this daggone bracelet. And then when they would have got to the room, grandma would have called, come on to this vision because she finna have to do that anyway. Cause how else you gonna convince your parents? Grandma said we need to come there. Please, like somebody gonna know something about her freaking powers by the time this next episode is over. Like they don't have a choice. Mama needs. I'm sorry, I told mom I can't get with it. At that moment,
we need some power exposition.
Because she can't handle it on her own at this point. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's too many people involved. They too close to figuring out it's your freaking family because now they know the whole marriage bridal party. It's somewhere in that hotel. And they got some wonderful
there's a registry
for this because the damage control people just bust in there instantly. Like, bro, oh okay, it didn't take out long at all. I understand social media is a thing, but nothing had even left outside the hotel other than just the freaking bridal party stuff. Like nothing had left outside the hotel yet, and they said they already there. Even though they did say like the FBI was watching, so I guess the FBI just been watching all the Muslims and Arabic people and stuff. But all of a sudden they popped up like we knew y'all was here. We just had to squad up. Like, bro, they barely took any time to get there. Oh, okay, so like at this point it's too much for her to handle alone. I told my mama, or at least brought her up to the room, and then grandma would have told me and her to come on and you saw the vision, bring your butt up here. Like,
mom saw the vision too. I'm 100%.
Like, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I feel like her mom saw it too.
Because grandma would have been like, bring you and your mom. I'm like, why would she say your mom too?
Like, I'm sorry. Like, mama would have found out that day. Like, oh, mom, come on to my room. Me, you, because her mama and grandma finna have this conversation anyway. So we would have just sped up the process. Like, mom, come on with it. We finna go and get this done. Because for all I know, by the time we wake up in the morning, freaking disease control people might be sitting outside of our house, knocking on the door, waiting for me to come outside. So, like,
they done put you in the bubble.
By the way, that group has been around since Iron Man 1, by the way.
Yeah.
They're doing good with the research.
Yeah, they have been around since Iron Man 1. That group was named on the television, and Iron Man actually talked about them trying to figure out who Iron Man is. They are just like, by the way, Kevin, just like Shang-Chi and them group was in Iron Man 1. Kevin Feige had this plan in 2000. Like, let's just put all these groups in Iron Man 1 and in the future we'll use.
All right, bro. I mean,
it's like it'll all flow from there.
Yeah. I guess we'll be ready to get out of here because I don't think nobody else got nothing else to talk about. Monte, you like Obi-Wan Kenobi? You ain't watched it yet. I know Joe had.
I'm not for Star Wars. Just gonna say that.
I haven't watched it.
It ain't worth it. I watched the first 2 episodes and was blah.
I mean,
Joe says it picks up
anyway,
though.
so they have it.
Like and subscribe, by the way. Hit that notification bell. We got super things, all those things. We also have all kind of different stuff. I gotta go get a haircut. Tori, where are you going? Where you from? Where you at? What you doing? Socials, Tori.
You already know. Afro Commie 765 on everything. Catch me on the internet being a scumbag, or here with these guys being a scumbag. I'm just being a scumbag somewhere. Guaranteed.
So, what can they find you?
Uniqo Williams, all roads lead to me. And y'all stop, dogs. Stop.
UniqoWilliams.com.
What I say?
Uniqo Williams. I'm like, okay, of course.
You left off the .com.
My bad, man. Niggas is in here fighting and stuff, and then bothering me, and then also thinking somebody's outside. Yeah, all right, yeah.
I mean, in about an hour, you can find your boy on the Blurred Cartel going live with this Marvel versus DC. We breaking it down, different categories. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get heated. We got some biased fans. It's gonna be something to watch. Otherwise, your boy is on Instagram, on TikTok. Catch me on everywhere. Everywhere you can just look up Monray Hudson, you will find me. You will see a problem that I'm on. You will hear some of my voice. Otherwise, catch me on Overall 99, the home, the happy, the center for damage control. Except we controlling the damage of bad groups and more.
Enhance people.
Which one can you actually see our comments? Because I'll be talking to your ass like no, he can't see you, but somebody else can see you. So which one is the platform that y'all can actually see I'll be trying to talk.
The problem is like all the pages that it goes to, they don't they be under private, some of them. So if they're under private, then the comments don't pop up on the thing. If you go to like the regular Blur Cartel one, like the actual Blur Cartel page where that one's on live, them comments always come straight to us.
Okay. I was like
some of the pages like Blur Approved Entertainment, or some of them may be private, some of them may not be private. So but I can tell you the Blur Cartel one, the page itself, that one is never private. Them
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll make sure that I do that. You know, cause we gotta engage, my people. We gotta engage.
That locker room talk yesterday, boy. Oh my gosh.
Man, engagement ratings are important,
by the way,
people.
Shout out to Amir. He living what I've been preaching since Monday. I'm broke, but I listen. And he got married to Miss Hill now. So we out of here. Find me in the link below. Hey, make an LLC, Amir. You keep her longer.
Boy.
If it's a couple of days after your paycheck and you got $729 still, I'm gonna give you props.
And his wife fine.
Fine in a little bit. So she wanna go look. You say you got $729.49 in your bank account, and it's maybe a week or two after you get paid. I'm gonna show you love, man. You ain't broke.
Joe. He live in Jersey City.
Jersey City.
He a little broke. You know what I mean? He a little broke. And he gonna make an LLC, and they gonna live happily ever after. Right after grad school, we out. Peace.
Oh shit, we